All right, I'm going to get my mug on here so that you can see me. There we go. Got it on there. I'm not going to hit it as a new movie. How do I shrink this? There we go. All right, welcome. Um, this is your last. I decided to make it a YouTube video that I'm going to put into the announcement for this. All right, this what I have done, and if you come over here and look at the screen at the screen we're sharing here, we've got uh, chapter 5, 6, and 7. Now, it's only like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And they're fairly short, some of them. And this is what I'm kind of proud of, is the chapter 5, part 1, where it's just a brief history of the slam dunk, okay? Which is, and it's also, a lot of it is my interpretation of things, okay, the way I kind of saw the world and see the world. But anyway, so I want you to enjoy it. And and then we also look at the physics behind the slam dunk and vertical leap and hang time and things like that. We also look at the Dr. J commercial where my whole life has been spent in slow motion. That's why people think that these athletes have hang times of more than, maybe 3 or 4 seconds. No, it's less than a second. Nobody. There's only been one person who's been, and it's been verified through film and studying film and all that, and that's Wilt Chamberlain. And there's a movie out there called I think it's called Jayhawkers. There was an old Roy Rogers movie called The Jayhawkers, which is kind of a send up of the hero Cantrell, who was a murderous thug actually, and led to the burning of Lawrence. But anyway, from the 50s. And that's why I don't like all that border war talk when they talk, between KU and MU, the border war. Now, there was a serious border war, and a lot of people got killed, including a great great uncle of mine who was lynched. But anyway, so I mean, I didn't know him, of course, but anyway, might have been a great 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 uncle or something, because I think it was the father of my grandpa's grandpa or something like that, or brother of the father of my grandpa's grandpa, I think. Anyway, he was rescuing some blacks outside of African Americans outside of Richmond and Missouri, and was lynched there in Ray County. But he survived. Anyway. Little sidebar. I don't know why I went down that road, but because when we talk about sports, there's a lot of sexism and there's a lot of racism. We just have to face it. I mean, we really do, and we're starting to finally start to, when people say, you shouldn't mix sports and politics. Sports are politics. What do you think the freaking Olympics are? For crying out loud, That's what I was saying. Oh, man, should. No, you just don't like it when people say, "Oh, they should," when the NFL players were taking a knee, and I'll come clean, I supported that. At the same time, but this is going to be one of those terrible lines. But at the same time, I have friends who are police officers. In fact, I do, and some of them are jerks, and I'm like, really? Anyway, so, but not all, and most really do want to do good work. But when people say, "Oh, you should just play," there's no room for politics. There's no room because you don't like the politics. But when we play the Star Spangled Banner, and we have, and remember, I'm a retired Marine officer, and we have flyovers and all this militaristic stuff at America First type things. Oh yeah, that's all good. I mean, the Star Spangled Banner itself, that's a political statement. Anyway, as a matter of fact, when Jose Feliciano sang it at the 1968 World Series between the Detroit Tigers and the St. Louis Cardinals in Detroit, his version of it, it was like, duh, what? Anyway, so or Jimi Hendrix at Woodstock. All right, but enjoy, but there's also and I also get into women's basketball here, and there's always been this, oh, women can't dunk, really? Anyway, um, so and thing on Cheryl Miller, who's Reggie Miller's sister, and in fact, when Reggie was playing for the Indiana Pacers, especially against the Knicks, he and Spike Lee would of course get into it, but um, the the crowd when he'd screw up or travel or get a foul, people would start yelling Cheryl, Cheryl. Anyway, so there we go, and then the quiz is let's find out about hang time. Okay, um, walk you through that, and then and that's jumping straight up and down. Now we're looking at two-dimensional jumping in the next part. All right, and the quiz is going to be Bob Beeman's jump of the century. Now, Bob Beeman, he broke a world record by 22 inches. I mean, almost 2 feet. Usually when a world record's broken by an inch and a half, or and especially with the way they can measure things now with laser cameras and stuff like that, they get it so spot on accurate. 22 inches. Remarkable feat. Remarkable feat. Anyway, and so that's jumping in two dimension because he's not just jumping straight up, he's going out, which is most jumps anyway. And then last but not least, and it is a sport, we're looking at free fall and friction and drag and those types of things. And how we really need friction to be able to walk and stuff like that. And then lastly, we look at the drag in air and water and the atmosphere, and we end with the Red Bull Stratos jump. All right, so I'm giving it all to you right now, and it's very fun. I really like these last 4 chapters, or 3 chapters that I've assigned here. All right, so don't forget, May 5th, you turn into pumpkins though, because that's stop day, or that's reading. The next 2 days are reading days for arts and sciences, and that's when I'm going to get your grades together. All right, so you have until May 5th. All right, and especially the next week when we start finals week, I've got 2 big classes that are actually taking finals and things like that. I don't have time. Okay, you need to get it done. All right, so make sure May 5th, 11:59 p.m. you're all done. All right, we'll be good. All right, out here. So we are done here, and it's been a great semester. For the most part, everyone, every once in a while, a few of you would make, oh, dang, I forgot about it. Easy peasy. Don't do it now. It's too late now. Okay, make sure we get it done on time. So, but the feedback from the course has been good, and you all have been great. So keep it up.